My dear brothers and sisters, we see the world is a family, a big society. And in this world, there are smaller families, starting with our own families. The family where we stay, if you're living in an apartment, there is the society there, then we got our neighbors, then we got our state, and so on. Whatever families we belong to in the course of our life, there are rules, laws, regulations, which we are bound to keep. If someone had to ask me when I was head of the school, there are so many rules in the calendar, about 30, 40 of them. Someone had to ask me, which among all these 40 rules in your school diary is the most important? I'm sure I'll get lost. I'll tell them all are equally important. But today we have a question asked by a lawyer, expert in law, who asked Jesus a question, which is the great commandment? I'm sure he didn't get lost. For him, there's only one commandment. Go back into history of those times, you'll find there were around 600 laws, we call commandments, maybe more than that. There were 365 things they had to do, and 285 they could not do. Besides, there were the 10 commandments. So we just tally this and see how many they come to. More than 600. When the lawyer asked this question, he had all this in mind. Over 600 so-called laws, regulations, commandments. Among which of them is the greatest? And we heard Jesus answer. Why does Jesus say this is the greatest commandment? Love God and love our neighbor. If St. John tells us in his letter, if I say I love God, and I don't go to attend somebody who is unwell or sick or comes to my aid, he says, I am a liar, which is true. Jesus loved people, loved God, of course, his Father. But that love he showed by going out to those who are in need. Various types. There were the marginalized, there were sick, there were the lepers, and so on. He empathized with them. But that's not the end of it. He went out and helped them in action what they required at that moment. This is how Jesus showed his love for the Father by loving the people he had encountered. Can I say this of myself? That I empathize, go out to help those in need because I'm a Christian? Or this is how I will show my love for God? Maybe we could pause and ask ourselves, do I really love God? Or am I bluffing myself?